Pizza Power!
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Connie Wobble Draws. Today I'm drawing a lifelong love of mine, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I hear crying out, going, "Oh, you're in your 30s. Oh, you shouldn't be liking cartoons." But, you know, so what? It doesn't matter, does it? I don't really like the cartoon. I don't know, I think I like the figures. I think I like the figures the most. The action figures. This is what I'm into. So, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to draw all those bad boys from Splinter's gang. So I thought, yeah, I'll draw Raphael. I started life liking that guy the most. He was my favourite because he was a bit of a nasty lad, wasn't he? We were like rude, not really friendly. So I thought, yeah, I'll draw him first because he's cool and he's got them fork things and he's red and everyone likes a bit of red. Coming up, Bruce. Bruce? What are you doing? Yep, he's coming. Coming to see me, boy. There's a good lad. Good boy. So, I started life liking Turtles and I liked Raphael, my favourite, followed by the party dude, self-proclaimed party dude, Michelangelo, followed by Leonardo, then shut up, lad. Shush, stop scratching. That face. Oh, good scratch. So, started life liking Raphael. Bit of a bad lad, bit naughty, saying what he wants, saying what he thinks. So I drew him first, followed by, in this case, I drew Leonardo next. I think it's because my mate wanted it to be done. And then followed by Michelangelo, the self-proclaimed party animal, the coolest guy around, you know, the one that everyone wants to be friends with. And then Donatello, like the worst one, probably the worst one in my opinion. But Leonardo's a bit of a Jobsworth, isn't he? He's a bit, let's study our martial arts, guys. Let's make sure that we know how to use our weapons. Yeah, like, what's wrong with just being ham-fisted and partying and eating pizza and riding skateboards and being cool and shit? So yeah, that's where I started. But in this video, I've drawn Leonardo. So yeah, I'll show you the sketches of all of them, and then I'll show you the full process for Leonardo because I filmed that one and it turned out quite nice. I'm quite pleased with them. So I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you again at the end of the video probably.
So let's talk about the Turtles, right? So Leonardo became a mortgage advisor for the Halifax. He had a very linear route claiming, "Me martial arts is strictly extracurricular, and now I've got my degree, I'll never touch your blade again." So yeah, he spent 3 years at Lincoln Uni, but he had such a boring time there. Like, he didn't ever mix his drinks, and he only got drunk a handful of times, and only on the weekends. He didn't want to mess up his career, you know. He's quite a try-hard guy. And he met this woman she's very lovely. She's very focused and dedicated to what she was studying. She ended up getting a first. But Leonardo didn't quite make a first. He got a 2-1, which isn't a bad result, you know, no shame in that. But I mean, I got a 2-1 and I mucked about. I was a bugger at uni. So yeah, they moved down to London for about 6 weeks before they realised they didn't like it, and they moved back up to Halifax, where he joined the Halifax to start his career. He doesn't use his degree to have the job he's got. You know, anyone can apply for it and anyone can get it, but you know, he did it to test himself, not not to get a job. He did it for his own well-being. He wanted to prove to the world that he was degree worthy. So yeah, he told me he don't want to have kids until he's earned his first $1 million, which he projects could be in the next 5 years. So we'll see. Maybe he'll be a loving father in the next 5 years, but who knows? Let's move on. Donatello. Now, what a lovely story Donatello's got. He was the most successful after the series stopped. He started his career at Facebook. He met a guy who was on it, and he got put in a good word for him, and he did some good stuff there, computer stuff. I don't know what computer stuff he does, but he did that. But then he got talent scouted from Tesla, of all people, and he's working on some amazing science, as he puts it. I'm working on some amazing science. They have northeast accents, these turtles, which is nice, I guess. He once invented this microwave that was so good that you could open it and then you'd put, like, for instance, a tin of tuna, a big tatty, some mayonnaise, some beans, and I don't know, some chips. What would you have with that? A bit of potato, cheese, I don't know. Anyway, put all that in, all in wrappers and stuff. Just chuck it all in. You'd go to the shop, get it all, just shove it, bang, straight in microwave. Not even second guessing it, not even second looks. Just shove it straight in, all packs and everything, and then press 2 minutes, and then it comes out fully cooked, perfectly presented, like Gordon Ramsay himself had bloody done it. And he called it the Master Box. No, he didn't. He called it Master Chef Box. He called it the Master Chef Box, which is quite a nice name, isn't it? His personal life's had to take a bit of a back burner. He's never met a woman, but he's never pursued it either. He's not interested. He's focusing on his science. I want to do the best science of all of the turtles. I want to change the world with my inventions. So far, his most successful inventions have been, he does this tin opener that opens your beans without using your hands, which is pretty cool, isn't it? So then he moved on to this dustpan and brush that's got wheels on it. Now, I don't really know why that'd be helpful, but I guess, some people don't like not having wheels. Some wheels make stuff better, doesn't it? And he also he went into the food section of Tesla to do a fun-sized Jamaican ginger cake, which is quite handy for a lot of people, because if I had a full-size Jamaican ginger cake, I wouldn't want to eat it all. I'd slice a bit off. So the fun-size Jamaican ginger cake is perfect. He was never really good at fighting, so he's left all that behind him. He resides in Middlesbrough now, and he sees Leonardo on a semi-regular basis. He drives down, comes back home, he's fine. But yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? So let's move on to his other brother, Raphael, everyone's favourite one, the bad boy. He took a completely different path. He loved his scrapping, so he tried his hand at UFC. But unfortunately he wasn't very good. They said to him, there's no forks in the UFC. So without his weapon, his whole technique was completely nullified. He lost his first 3 matches when Dana White said, he's a joke to the industry and needs to quit while he's alive. What a thing to say. What a smash to your confidence, mate. So yeah, as you can imagine, he retreated back to the sewers to lick his wounds, and Splinter had to build him up because his confidence were on its arse. But Splinter were a bit annoyed. He was like, I didn't know that I had to look after these bastard turtles till they were 40. So, it is a burden. Having kids is a burden. He should have thought ahead. But, who knows how long a mutant turtle's going to live. Could live like 5 minutes, could live 40 years, who knows. So yeah, he picked himself up and got himself a few little gigs at like the Co-op and Tesco Metro before he got like quite a semi-permanent role at Sports Direct before he got a girl pregnant there. Now I can only imagine it's some weird human turtle mutant hybrid. I don't know what it's gonna look like. I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but you can only imagine it'd be freaky, it'd be disgusting, wouldn't it? But yeah, it was very much wanted. Accidental pregnancy, but very much wanted. So I thought, I'm gonna up my game here. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go all in on becoming a stuntman in Hollywood. So he did. He took this girl and the pregnant girl with her egg. Maybe she had an egg. I don't know. Took her to Hollywood, and he got a couple of gigs. It wasn't going too well until he met the Jackass crew, and he got on like a bloody house on fire with them lads. They said to him, "Can you do a couple of spots on Vivo La Bam Bam?" So he were up for that. He was like, "Yeah, I'll do a bit of Vivo." So yeah, he did that, but they didn't really like him on camera because everything they did to him didn't hurt him. He because he's got a shell, they'd throw like stones at his back, and he didn't give a shit. They'd punch him, he didn't give a shit. He's strong, isn't he? So they said, "Look, Raphael, it's not working, mate. Can you do like camera stuff instead? Can you be like camera crew?" So he said, "Yeah, of course he did." They weren't giving him a pay cut. They were just asking him to do something else. So he just lumped gear around for Bam Margera. Let's talk about the final one. Mike. Poor Mike. What can I say about Mike? He's fallen from grace. He's had a tough time. It's a heartfelt story, this one. So strap in. He's a typical childhood star, like Culkin, Phoenix, Jackson. The big hitters. Just like that. He had the world at his feet, but no work coming in. He turned to drugs after his TV career. It all went a bit bad. And he also turned to crime to pay for these drugs. And he specialised in violent robberies. That's what he called them. So how he got into this, he met some lads and he started a gang with them called the Mutants and Robot Gang. It's a bit of an obvious name, but they were off the fucking tits, man. So it were called that because he met the lads from the Smash Tatty adverts, and they grouped together to steal people's change in alleyways. But he eventually got arrested, inevitably, because he was dicking about with too many robots, and he got caught, and he had to do 2 years in Wakey prison, which, as a lot of people know, has got some of the big hitters in there, But yeah, while he were in jail, these big hitters kind of opened his eyes to what could lie ahead. He could live in prison if he wanted to go down that path, but he thought, no, I'm going to get sober and I'm going to turn my life around. So he did. He got sober in jail. He started on the sit-ups again. He got like a prison bod, prison muscles, prison ripped, as some would call it. When he got released, he went over to Leonardo's in Halifax and knocked on the door and said, "Can I stop with you a couple of nights?" Those couple of nights turned into 6 weeks because he's a bit of a freeloader. And Leonardo's wife's on his ear all giving it. "Oh, when's your brother gonna bloody move out? What's he doing here? Why is he still here? Why don't he clean up? Why don't he wash up?" So eventually Leonardo said, "Look, mate, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You've been here 6 weeks. Go back to Splinter. Go back to Sensei. He'll look after you." So he thought, I know what I'll do. I'll go back to Sensei and I'll talk to him about my trust fund. And he did. And Splinter said, "Oh yeah? Sound you can use your trust fund to go to like Nepal or Kilimanjaro or Peru." So he did. He bought himself a round the world ticket with his trust fund, and he's been gone for about 6 months, and he loves life, and he's posting regular YouTube videos, and everyone loves him. He's a hit at the minute, so he's completely turned his life around. So it's not such a sad story, and is it?
This is Leonardo. I hope you've heard of him. Cowabunga dude, he's a radical rat. You see, so the things at the top, the words at the top, from the theme tune. So Leonardo technically doesn't say "oh," but the line that at the end of his bit is "he's a radical rat," and he's talking about Splinter, who he is a radical rat. So good lyrics there, good work. Yeah, so that's what he says, and it's shaped like a little rat, because that's me being clever there, not Turtles. That's my credit right there. So Leonardo leads, Donatello does machine. That's a fact, Jack. I don't know if you know about facts, but that's a fact, Jack. Yeah, Donatello does do machines, and there he is. Crazy. This is actually my favourite one, even though Donatello's my least favourite character. I think I've done a better job on the pose and painting of it. I think he looks a pretty boss. I do say so myself. I'm quite chuffed with that one. Who's next? Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. That's a fact, Jack. Raphael is cool but rude. Give me a break. Yeah, give him a break. Get off his back. Yeah, he's cool but rude. So this is the first one I did, and as you can see, he loves a pizza. He loves his pizza. So yeah, I drew Raphael first because I wanted to put him on my wall, and then I thought, do you know what? Why do just one? Why not do them all? Do all the boys. There's 4 boys. Do all the boys. So Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. That's a fact, Jack. Raphael's cool but rude. Give him a break. Michelangelo, he's a party dude, isn't he? So he says party, because that's what he says. He's a party dude, and he's got his skateboard, and he's got his nunchucks, and he's got his giggly little dinosaur looking face. He looks a bit like that thing off Dinosaurs, if you remember that, you know, the little baby in high chair. They were a nasty lad who Stewie Griffin's pretty much copied, in my opinion. What do you think of Stewie Griffin, Conal? I think he's copied off Dinosaurs, probably. It's just opinions. We'll do another one of them. Conal Dini, opinions. So that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and keep in the loop. And I'll try and get one of these up every week, if not every 2 weeks, depending on my workload. I've got stuff on, that's why I've been busy since forever. Bruce is back. Alright, I'll see you later. Thank you, bye.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please click on this little icon with my stupid face on it if you'd like to subscribe to my videos. And if you want to watch another video, click here on this little box. Also, don't forget about my Patreon page. I'd really appreciate anything you can do on there for me. Thank you. Bye.